Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. I've got to admit, I love doing Adam Schiff videos because he's an easy target. I know it's not even sporty, but even The View nails him in this one. So I'm going to take you back. He was debating with Steve Garvey for the open Senate seat in California, and this happened at the debate.
Americans, including Californians who are visiting other states.
Thank you, Congressman.
And that decision would be dangerous.
Mr. Garvey, your rebuttal.
I think you've been censored for lying.
I was censured for standing up to a corrupt president.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
It's Mr. Garvey's turn. Let him go.
Did you see how he's trying to filibuster Garvey? It just keeps getting better.
Or trying to determine who we are by race or by color or by gender. They never listen. They have prearranged words to say. And by the way, I would not vote for a federal ban on abortion. Let's make that clear right now.
Thank you, Mr. Garvey.
All right, we're going
to insist on answering.
Okay, now it's going to get really good. And I actually found this clip on Twitter where he's on The View and the lady plays it. How bad is it when a Democrat like Adam Schiff gets called out on The View?
All right. Just called a liar by Mr. Garvey.
Real quick.
Sir, you lied to 300 million people. You can't take that back.
I think that's what people who entrusted you as the Intel Committee chair are so confused about your culpability in all of this.
Well, I completely disagree with your premise. None of that is undercut. None of that serious misconduct is in any way diminished by the fact that people lied to Christopher Steele.
No, I think just your credibility is. Just your credibility is. Just your credibility is.
Yeah. Okay, and to show you just how bad it is, watch this next piece where he's still, people, defending Russia collusion.
What is your response to that? That essentially you made this case bigger than it was in order to score political points yourself, and you shouldn't be trusted because of it.
This is Donald Trump's argument. This is the no collusion, no obstruction mantra of Trump. The facts, though, are very different. As I laid out during the debate, Donald Trump's campaign chairman was secretly meeting with Russian intelligence and giving them their internal polling data while Russian intelligence was helping their campaign. Everybody other than Donald Trump recognizes, okay, that's certainly collusion.
And if you think that was bad, it gets even worse, because then Adam Schiff himself tweeted out another debate clip with this tweet saying, "My grandfather immigrated here. My great-grandparents immigrated here. My family came fleeing the Holocaust in search of the American dream."
My grandfather immigrated here. My great-grandparents immigrated here. They were in search of a better life. They were fleeing violence like so many others that have come to this country. I want to start.
Schiff's father, Edward Schiff, was born in Massachusetts in 1928, and his mother, Cheryl Schiff Niglowski, was born in Massachusetts in 1933. Hitler didn't take power in Germany until 1933. Charlie Kirk said, "Americans are tired of lying sociopaths playing on their emotions to tell them they aren't allowed to have a real country."
I've been traveling around the state. I have a great many Republicans who come up to me and say, "I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm a Republican. I don't support what Donald Trump is doing, and I'm appalled at what's happening in the country." There are a great many Republicans who are in that category, and I do distinguish them very much from this kind of MAGA group, this kind of cult of personality of the former president. You know, I think most Republicans want a good, decent, civil governance, just like most Democrats want good, decent, civil governance. But right now, their party leadership is in a completely different place, and their party leader is in a completely different place. And I look forward to the day, frankly, when a Liz Cheney and an Adam Kinzinger once again have a home in the Republican Party, when it returns to being a party of a conservative ideology, or really any ideology.
Hey, Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney are actually Democrats, okay? And I don't know who these people are you're talking to, because the Republicans I talk to don't have a big problem with the Donald Trump policies. Do we have disagreements with some of his policies? Sure, I have disagreements with some of them. I'd like to see him stronger on a few issues. Fine. That's why it's not a cult, Adam. Just FYI. But I want to leave you on an outro with Steve Garvey really summing this up in a nutshell. And check out my sponsor, MyPillow, MyPillow.com, promo code Lumberjack for big savings. Get some Giza sheets. You'll love them.
He was censored for lying to the American people. Not for standing up, but you know what I mean? So can you take us through that moment?
Well, first of all, when these elected officials, talk down to us and they talk to us, they're essentially misleading us. And the people understand that. We, the people, realize the difference between what's real and unreal. And whenever I'm provoked, I'll defend myself and my family and my country. And I was provoked at that moment. A little out of character for Steve Garvey, mild-mannered Steve Garvey. No, somebody that people mistake kindness for weakness sometimes. And I stood up for good values of common sense. He lied to the people. He was censored. And we, the people, 300 million people, know that.